Hello and namaste. This is Dipanjan from Frisco Meditation. I wanted to explain a little bit about a thought that came to my mind today as I'm hearing this question from a lot of people that are coming in new to my classes. Is about how do I know that I am choosing the right technique? So essentially, what they're asking is, am I being open enough? Am I making the right decision? And it's a tricky question, but I'll tell you the answer straight away and then I will explain why I'm saying this. I think there is no way you can choose, right? Um, and why do I say that? Is because you are trying to understand a new space, right? You want to know what is meditation. You want to know, can this technique help me deal with my emotions, my suffering, my objectives, whatever it is that you're looking for. And this is something that you have never ever, right? For most of us, as we are coming into this, we have never ever dealt with this. So it's a completely new aspect. Now, let's take all the mumbo jumbo aside, and if you just look at it as to how do you evaluate, how do we evaluate something that is new? If something new has been presented to us, we are evaluating that in our mind largely against what we already know, isn't it? Now, what we already know is a set of memories, a set of thoughts that's stored in our mind. And when somebody presents something new, life presents something new to us, what we are doing is we are judging that new stuff that's been presented against everything that we have encountered. Now, if what is being presented is something that you have never encountered, there is no way that our memory is going to tell us, go for it, right? Or using the memory, our rational or intellectual mind or intelligent mind is going to tell us, go for this. Because there is no reference data for it. What are you going to bounce up against? You don't know this space. So, fortunately or unfortunately, there is really no way that you can, with an open mind, choose what the right technique for me is, right? I'm not saying that doesn't mean that you just blindly go and choose something, right? We should still do our homework. We should look at who is this person, who is this institution, what are they saying, are they credible, right? Absolutely must do it because there are a lot of fake organizations out there also today. So we must do everything that we should do. But at the end of it, even after doing it, if we are not able to decide, then that's a very real situation because this is something completely new. Your memory, your thoughts, your past experiences don't help you to determine shall I go for it or not. Then what's the answer? The answer really is you have to try, right? You have to go and see if the method that's being explained, does it resonate with you? Now, beyond thoughts and memories and our past experiences, there is a space in us deeper than all of that, which is our intuitive capability, right? And all of us have this experience when our mind tells us don't go for it, but there are times in our lives when we have gone for something. We have made a decision, even though everything in our life had suggested that we should not. That is the intuitive space in us. Now that space is more rich. It's got more capability in terms of making the right decision. So the way to make this decision is that you really go and try after doing your research, and if you think some particular method might work for you, you go and try. And then see that how does it feel? Is it feeling all right? Is it working for you? Is it making it calmer, happier? Is it taking it to a deeper place? And if it is, then stick with that, right? Please do not do, my strong recommendation is do not do spiritual shopping or, self-transformation shopping, right? You go from one place, you hop from one place to another place, because what's happening in that process, you keep digging into multiple places, you will not go deep. You will just have multiple holes, right? So that's the thing about being open, right? It's very tough to be open. You might say I'm open, but then how will you be open? Because what you're bouncing up against is your own past experiences. And as they say, you don't know what you don't know, right? And this whole thing about meditation, self transformation, what you call it, is one such space. It is a space where you don't know what you don't know. So you have to use your intuition. So you have to do a little bit of homework, but then select a few maybe and then go and check it out. And then if it works, if it is making you happier, if it's making you calmer, if it's making you more peaceful, if it is working, then stick with it, right? And that's the only way you can be open, right? Is to using your intuition, and then using your experiences as they come in, you determine if that's the right thing to do. Okay? All right. So have a good week ahead, everyone. And I will talk to you again next week.